Hello there, this is Roy Frumkes. I'm the writer-producer of Street Trash, and your host, Jan, told me I should say a few things about the film now that you've suffered through it and are probably wondering why and what was in my mind when I wrote it. I had a student, I'm a teacher as well as a filmmaker, and I had a student named Jimmy Muro. Street Trash was his idea. In fact, he did a short version of it while he was my student. And it was kind of an underground success in New York City, playing at after-hours clubs. And Jimmy asked me if I would write it up as a feature, and I said I would, and that I would also try to raise a good deal of money for it, since he had just inherited some dough and he had bought a Steadicam, so I knew he wanted a really good-looking film. Also, I think there's some, since Jimmy has only directed a few TV episodes in the 25 years since, there's probably some curiosity about what he's like. And, you know, he was very affable and had an enormous amount of energy, which you can feel in the film. I mean, his direction really keeps everyone very high and keeps the energy going. But I think it would be better if you, oh, here, you don't mind if I have a drink, you know, while we're talking. I might be better if you get an impression of Jimmy from one of the actors. We have here Nicole Potter, who played the Wynette. Ah. Nicole, what did you think working with Jimmy?
Oh, well, I thought he was just this skinny kid when I came onto the set, you know, but riding around in a golf cart, but I enjoyed working with him. I thought he was a good director, and I also thought he was like a rock star with that, you know, big Steadicam stuff on, you know, doing all those shots. But he was very self-confident and very nice, and really just seemed like he had it all together.
Let me ask you something. I'm sure that everyone was thrilled to see your nude meltdown, but in fact you were fully dressed, as I recall, and that was an entire body appliance.
Yeah, they made a bunch of different, what do you call those things? You know, prosthetic devices, yeah. And for the meltdown, there were 3 different ones. I think only 2 of them ended up in the film because only 2 of them worked. But the one for the final meltdown, I'm actually standing behind the body, and the body is coming out like this, so that the whole thing with the gooey, well, that's not me.
But great performance, right, everybody? I hope you all sat through the title sequence, because that end song that Tony Darrow sings, the actor that plays the wise guy, is really as clever and as politically incorrect and up to the level of the rest of the movie. In fact, when the film was originally released in the United States, they had planned to strike 10,000 copies of that song and get them to radio stations all over the country and promote Tony Darrow as the godfather of gore. It was one of many publicity ideas that never came to pass. I think there was another question that you wanted answered, which was why it did better in France than any other country, including America. Street Trash was an unqualified hit over there and wasn't here. It was a cult hit here. The only thing I can guess, I mean, I don't want to say it's the same aesthetic that makes you guys love Jerry Lewis. I'd like to believe Street Trash really is a terrific film, but I think your poster art was the best of any country. Each country did its own poster art for the film, and while I liked the poster art for the United States very much, I thought the French poster was really brilliant. And, you know, those are your tools. Your 2 tools, particularly back then, before the internet, your tools were your posters and your trailers. And I thought France really had every other country beat. So I hope you had a good time. Here's to you.